The mid-size SUV market has been trapped in a toxic, exhausting cycle of compromise for the better part of a decade, forcing buyers to make a painful choice between a comfortable, unibody crossover that shatters the moment it sees a deep pothole, or a rugged, body-on-frame dinosaur that rides like a wooden wagon and sounds like a freight train on the highway. We have been conditioned to accept that if you want genuine, go-anywhere survival capability, you must sacrifice your daily comfort, your fuel economy, and your sanity in city traffic. But the era of choosing between daily refinement and weekend survival is officially dead, and the company that just killed it is the undisputed king of global reliability. The 2027 Toyota Fortuner is not just a mid-cycle refresh designed to keep the lights on and the dealerships happy. It is a ground-up, multi-million-dollar resurrection that takes the legendary, bulletproof toughness of the Land Cruiser and injects it into a highly agile, mid-size footprint, completely obliterating the boundaries of what a family SUV is supposed to be. If you thought the Ford Everest or the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport had this segment figured out, you are about to be brutally reminded why Toyota never plays by anyone else's rules, because this new machine is about to redefine the very physics of how a rugged SUV drives, conquers, and dominates the road. Welcome to Auto Insights, where we dive deep into the world of cars, uncovering power, performance, and the stories behind every machine. If you love bold reveals, hidden details, and real automotive insights, make sure you're subscribed. To truly understand the monumental, earth-shattering magnitude of what Toyota has engineered for 2027, we have to look at the fierce, unforgiving battlefield of the global mid-size SUV market and the hidden frustrations that have plagued the Fortuner for years. For over 2 decades, the Fortuner has been the undisputed workhorse, the vehicle of choice for NGOs, mining companies, and adventurers who needed a machine that could survive the end of the world. But as the years rolled on, rivals like the Ford Everest and the Isuzu MU-X started creeping closer, offering slightly better on-road manners, fancier infotainment screens, and a smoother ride, slowly eating into Toyota's dominant market share. Toyota watched this shift with their trademark, calculating silence. They did not rush a mediocre update to the showroom floor. Instead, they locked themselves in their technical centers and completely rethought the architecture. The result is a vehicle built on a heavily fortified, next-generation IMV Evo ladder frame chassis that utilizes ultra-high tensile steel, reducing overall weight by nearly 80 kilograms while increasing torsional rigidity by a massive 22%. This is not just a stronger frame. It is the foundational masterpiece that allows the 2027 Fortuner to absorb brutal off-road impacts without transferring a single harsh vibration into the cabin, setting the stage for a driving experience that completely defies its rugged body-on-frame origins. Visually, the 2027 Toyota Fortuner does not just park in a driveway. It commands the space with an entirely new level of authoritative, yet surprisingly sophisticated presence. Toyota's design team has completely abandoned the overly utilitarian, boxy proportions of the past, replacing them with a striking, aggressive new design language they call rugged elegance. The front fascia is dominated by a massive, deeply sculpted hexagonal grille that draws heavy inspiration from the latest Land Cruiser 300 series, featuring an intricate mesh pattern finished in matte black, flanked by razor-sharp, ultra-slim LED matrix headlights. These are not just for show. They feature adaptive high-beam technology that can selectively mask out oncoming traffic, while keeping the high beams fully illuminated, projecting a brilliant, daylight-like beam up to 400 meters down a pitch-black trail. The hood features dramatic, muscular power bulges that not only house the necessary clearance for the massive new engine bay, but also give the SUV a predatory coiled spring stance. Moving to the side profile, the wheel arches have been significantly flared, accommodating massive new 18 and 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in thick, all-terrain rubber. The beltline has been raised slightly, and the glasshouse has been sleekly tapered, giving the SUV a dynamic, forward-leaning posture that looks incredibly fast even when it is parked. At the rear, the transformation continues with a full-width, sequential LED taillight bar that stretches across the tailgate, creating a wide, planted, and unmistakably modern signature that will leave the taillights of the Ford Everest looking dated and uninspired. But a bold exterior is just the wrapping paper? The real revolution, the engineering marvel that is going to make the entire automotive press lose their minds, lies entirely beneath the skin in the suspension and chassis dynamics. For years, the Fortuner was penalized by a punishing, bouncy ride quality, especially when the vehicle was unloaded, making it fatiguing for families on long highway cruises. Toyota has completely solved this problem for 2027 by introducing a revolutionary new rear suspension geometry. Instead of the harsh, traditional leaf springs or the overly rigid coil setups found in rival body-on-frame SUVs, the 2027 Fortuner features a highly advanced, multi-link rear coil spring setup combined with active, frequency-responsive dampers. When the SUV is cruising on the highway, the suspension operates in a highly compliant, soft mode, completely absorbing potholes, expansion joints, and rough pavement, delivering a ride quality that is genuinely indistinguishable from a luxury unibody crossover. But the moment the vehicle's sensors detect that a heavy load has been placed in the cabin, or a trailer has been hooked up, the system instantly stiffens the damping and adjusts the ride height to maintain perfect level stance and eliminate any rear-end squat. It is a technological marvel that completely eradicates the empty load bounce, making the 2027 Fortuner the most comfortable, composed body-on-frame SUV ever built, without sacrificing a single millimeter of its legendary off-road articulation. Now, let us talk about the heart of this beast, because the powertrain updates for the 2027 Fortuner are nothing short of a mechanical masterpiece that completely rewrites the rules of diesel efficiency and torque delivery. Toyota is not just tweaking the existing turbo diesel engine. They are fundamentally reimagining how electrical power is integrated into a heavy-duty drivetrain. The flagship model will feature a heavily reworked 2.8-liter 1GD FTV turbo diesel engine paired with a powerful 48-volt integrated starter generator and a high-output electric motor assist. This is not a mild hybrid system designed just to cheat emissions tests. This is a full, parallel torque-fill setup that delivers a staggering combined output of 240 horsepower and a mind-blowing 600 newton-meters of torque. Let that number sink in. 600 newton-meters of torque, available from a mere 1,600 RPM. When you mash the throttle, the electric motor provides instantaneous, neck-snapping acceleration, completely eliminating the turbo lag that plagued previous generations. Step inside the cabin of the 2027 Fortuner and prepare to have your expectations completely shattered. If you thought previous Fortuners felt a bit too basic, a bit too utilitarian, that era is permanently over. Toyota has taken direct, unapologetic aim at the premium European and Korean SUVs, and they have absolutely nailed the landing. The dashboard is a sweeping, architectural masterpiece, wrapped in soft-touch, synthetic leather, with genuine, open-pore wood accents, and brushed aluminum trim pieces that feel cool and substantial to the touch. The absolute gravitational pull of the interior is the massive, floating 14-inch high-definition infotainment touchscreen. This is not a laggy, frustrating system. It is powered by a next-generation processor that responds instantly, featuring wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and a highly intuitive, customizable home screen. Behind the steering wheel, a fully digital, 12.3-inch instrument cluster provides the driver with all critical information, featuring highly customizable graphics that can display everything from traditional gauges to detailed off-road and roll angles, hybrid power flow, and advanced navigation mapping. But Toyota has not forgotten the physical reality of driving. They have retained crucial, tactile physical knobs for the climate control and the four-wheel drive system, ensuring that you can make critical adjustments while wearing gloves or keeping your eyes on a technical trail. The seating is a revelation, with heavily bolstered, premium leather seats in the front that feature heating, ventilation, and up to 8-way power adjustment, ensuring that even after a 10-hour drive across the country, you step out feeling completely refreshed. The second row offers massive amounts of legroom, dedicated air conditioning controls, and USB-C fast-charging ports, while the third row has been cleverly repositioned to offer better headroom and a more comfortable seating angle, complete with electric folding mechanisms that make accessing the cargo area incredibly easy. But just when you think Toyota has revealed all its cards, they drop the ultimate twist, the hidden detail that is going to make every competitor's pricing strategy look completely absurd. You would expect a vehicle with this level of advanced hybrid diesel engineering, luxury interior materials, and cutting-edge safety technology to carry a massive price premium, pushing it deep into the territory of the much larger, more expensive Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. But Toyota is playing a completely different, highly aggressive game. The 2027 Fortuner is equipped with a fully electronic, part-time four-wheel drive system featuring a mechanical rear differential locker, multi-terrain. Select with dedicated modes for mud, sand, and rock and crawl control that acts like an off-road cruise control. It is a genuine trail-conquering monster. Yet, industry insiders and supply chain leaks suggest that the 2027 Fortuner will be priced to completely undercut the Ford Everest and the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, with the fully loaded, hybrid-powered flagship trims capping out at a highly reasonable $55,000. Let that sink in. You are getting a 240 horsepower, hybrid diesel, body-on-frame off-road monster with a luxury interior, a multi-link rear suspension, and a massive tech suite for significantly less than the cost of a mid-spec, unibody crossover from a European rival. This is not just a competitive price. This is a market-shattering value proposition that completely invalidates the premium pricing of its direct competitors. Toyota is essentially offering you 90% of the Land Cruiser Prado's capability and luxury for 60% of the price, completely exposing the bloated, overpriced nature of the current SUV market. Here is my bold, unfiltered, and absolute take on the situation, and I am not going to sugarcoat it for anyone. The 2027 Toyota Fortuner is not just an update. It is a masterclass in automotive engineering and market strategy. Toyota looked at the mid-size SUV segment, realized that buyers were tired of choosing between a bouncy, uncomfortable off-roader and a soft, fragile crossover, and they engineered a brilliant solution that gives you the absolute best of both worlds. They have completely revolutionized the ride quality with the multi-link rear suspension, introduced a mind-blowing 600 Nm hybrid diesel powertrain that mimics the torque of a heavy-duty truck, and crafted a luxury interior that rivals premium SUVs, all while pricing it so aggressively that the competition has absolutely no answer. This is the ultimate do-it-all family vehicle that can comfortably handle the school run on Monday, valet park at a 5-star hotel on Friday, and absolutely conquer a muddy, remote mountain trail on Sunday. It is the definitive answer to what a modern, body-on-frame SUV should be, proving once and for all that you do not have to suffer in a vehicle to get the job done. I want to know exactly where you stand on this massive evolution. When you look at the combination of the 600 Nm hybrid diesel powertrain, the revolutionary multi-link rear suspension that finally kills the bounce, the luxurious 14-inch tech cabin, and that jaw-dropping, segment-destroying price tag, what is your immediate reaction? Are you finally ready to abandon the Ford Everest and make the switch to Toyota, or do you think the traditional, non-hybrid diesel still holds the crown for extreme remote area reliability? Drop your raw, unfiltered thoughts in the comments below, because I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know which specific upgrade matters most to your purchasing decision. Let the debate begin in the comments, because your perspective shapes the future of this channel. Scored. Now to Auto Insights. If you want early access to the latest car reveals, leaks, and performance breakdowns, before everyone else. Thanks for watching. See you in the next drive.